Welcome to the lesson from the Sunday School textbook of Jerusalem Division, Class 10, Part 1. The chapter on Saint Gregorios of Parumala, the first declared saint of the Malankara Orthodox Church. Orthodox Church do not have a tradition of declaring too many saints. In its long history, the Church has canonized only 3 people as saints. When an Orthodox Christian venerates icons of a saint, he is venerating the image of God which he sees in the saint. They are believed to be able to intercede for salvation and help mankind either through direct communion with God or by personal intervention. In this chapter we shall learn about Givargis Mar Gregorius Metropolitan, popularly known as Parumala Kochu-Thirumeni, who is the first canonized saint of the Malankara Orthodox Church. Parumala Thirumeni had already got a fame as saintly when he lived, and after his death hundreds of believers including non-Christians began to come over to his tomb for his intercession. He was canonized and declared as a saint on 2 March 1945 by the then Catholicos, His Holiness Baselios Givargis II. Mar Gregorios was born on 15 June 1848 to Kochu Mathayan Mariam in the Chathuruthi house at Malamthuruthi. He was called by the name Kochayapura and was given the baptismal name Givargis. Unfortunately, his mother passed away when he was only 2 years old. His eldest sister Mariam became to him all that a mother was meant. Let us learn more about his childhood and education. He was different from other children of that age. He liked simplicity in clothing. He was not very interested in games. He spent lots of time in prayer and fasting. He liked to listen about the life of saints. As a student in a traditional village school, he was very studious, intelligent and hardworking. He never wasted time. He enjoyed doing good to others, and was a model for his friends, by his respect for teachers, humility, obedience and love. Some of his teachers were Onakavilaya, a Dalit low caste, and a local teacher, Mani. He respected his teachers. Whenever Mar Gregorios visited his native village, he would send for his guru and offer gifts to him. He would not even sit in the presence of the teacher. His uncle Reverend Father Givargis Malpan, who was an authority in Syriac language, recognized the outstanding and divine qualities in Kochapura. Kochapura, who could sing well, picked up the Syriac language and its music scheme very soon. His ordination as sub-deacon Koruoyo. Givargis Malpan wanted to raise boy Givargis to priesthood, and revealed this desire to Matthews Mar Athanasius of Palikunnathu, the then Malankara Metropolitan. He was ordained sub-deacon Koruoyo on 14 September 1858 at Karingachira Church. As a student of theology. In those days theological education was not organized as it is now, and printed books were few. Students used to copy and learn. Students stayed with Malpans to undergo training. Deacon Givargis stayed and studied under Givargis Malpan. His teacher Malpan Givargis got smallpox in 1865. Deacon Givargis stayed back to take care of him until he died as treatments failed. Deacon Givargis also got a rare dangerous variety of smallpox called Kanika Kalluri, which made him very ill and weak. He had a vision of Saint Mary standing near him, and assured him that he would soon be well. Mary advised him to dedicate his life for God. Deacon became well very soon and dedicated his life to God as Saint Mary had told. His ordination as full deacon, priest and chorepiscopa, as a disciple of Mar Kurailos. Deacon became associated with the visiting Syrian bishop Joachim Mar Kurailos. Mar Kurailos had great admiration for the deacon. He was pleased with him and ordained him as full deacon, priest and chorepiscopa within few months in 1865. Mar Kurailos was impressed by Deacon's scholarship in the Syriac language, wisdom and devotion, as he travelled with him as his translator and guide. Father Givargis learnt about great monks of the Eastern Church, from Mar Kurailos, which helped him in his resolve on vocation as a monk, and also helped increase his knowledge in Syriac, Bible and theology. His elevation to full monastic vow, as Ramban. The new priest's short stay at Mulanthuruthi Mathaman Church gave him an inner conviction that he should lead a hermit's life in a quieter place. Therefore he shifted his residence to Vettikal Daira. At Vettikal Daira, Chorepiscopa Givargis started a strenuous life of prayer and fasting. Having heard about the vigorous asceticism practiced by Korepiscopa Givargis, the then Malankara Metropolitan Pulikottal Joseph Ma Dionysius made him a Ramban monk priest in 1872. His consecration as Metropolitan during the coming of Peter Patriarch. In 1875, the Patriarch of Antioch, His Holiness Peter III, visited Malankara. The Patriarch chose Ramban Givargis as his secretary and translator during the entire visit. Along with the Patriarch, the Ramban visited many churches. Ramban Givargis also assisted the Patriarch in the consecration of the Holy Muarun and in the historic Synod of Mulanturuthi in 1876. Being pleased with the Ramban Givargis, the Patriarch decided to consecrate him as Metropolitan. On December 10, 1876, the Patriarch consecrated 6 priests as bishops, including Ramban Givargis, at St. Thomas Church, North Pravur. He was given the new name Givargis Ma Gregorios and was given the charge of Nirnam diocese. Ma Gregorios was only 28 years when he was made a bishop. Since he was the youngest among all the bishops, he was dearly called by all as Kochu Thirumeni. Monk of Parumala. Ma Gregorius, a disciplined Thirumeni, lived at Parumala, simultaneously taking charge of Nirnam diocese administration and also found time to teach the deacons. A plot of land in Parumala, an island then, was given by Korula Madan of Arikkupuram family to Pulikottal Thirumeni to build a parish church. Thirumeni stayed here in a small house called Azapura, which was constructed there for teaching the deacons. It was actually functioning like a seminary. Let us have a look at a typical day in the life of Thirumeni. Let us have a quick glimpse of his regular day. He did his prayers at various liturgical hours. He took care of the administration of his diocese, along with which he also took classes for the deacons and also taught them Syriac liturgical songs. Thirumeni lived a life filled with prayer, fasting and devotions. During night times, Thirumeni used to get up many times for private prayers and devotions. Thirumeni believed that God provides and had no worry about tomorrow. Parumala Seminary had no specific income of its own, it functioned using some contributions and items sent by nearby parishes and well-wishers. There was an occasion once, when only 9 chakras, that is 32 paise, was only left for expenses. Thirumeni was calm, unmoved, and not worried. He said that the word of God says that we need not worry about tomorrow. Before prayers were completed the next day, a house celebrating a feast brought a portion of it, things like rice, fruits, sweets and many other things, to the seminary. This is one of the many instances which confirm the faith and dependence on God by the seminary inmates. Parumala Church. At Parumala, a land was donated by Arikku Purath Koruth Madan to the church. A small building was erected by the Malankara Metropolitan Pulikottal Joseph Ma Dionysius. This building was known as Azapura. Ma Gregorios lived there along with few other deacons who came for priestly training, and worshipped in a thatched chapel during that time. Thirumeni decided to construct a church and a seminary at Parumala, and was able to raise money and accomplish these projects by his unyielding faith and total dependence on God. The newly constructed church in the name of Saint Peter and Saint Paul was consecrated in 1895 by Ma Gregorios under the leadership of Pulikottal Ma Dionysius V. The northern and southern altars were dedicated to Saint Mary and Saint Thomas respectively. This old church was renewed and consecrated on the 28th of July 2000 under the leadership of Catholicos Basilius Matthews II. The old church building was later erected at the present Parumala Seminary Hospital. Now let us have a glimpse of few major events in Thirumeni's life. Ma Gregorios engaged in a threefold activity of tireless service for the church, diocesan administration, teaching at seminary, and being a missionary witness of the church along with evangelical reaching out. Diocesan administration. Thirumeni was in charge of Nirnam diocese, which was later extended to 2 more dioceses, Thampamon and Kollam. Thirumeni stayed at Thampamon, when smallpox disease spread there, and many were miraculously cured with his prayers. Church expansion. The ancient church had remained a small community in Kerala. During Thirumeni's time, many even from the Catholic Church were attracted to the Orthodox faith and worship and joined the Orthodox Church. Ma Gregorios was the co-celebrant for the consecration of 2 ex-Roman Catholic priests as bishops, Father Alvarez as Alvarez Ma Julius for Bombay Mangalore Diocese, and Father Rene Villiti as Rene Villiti Ma Timotheos for America. Famous Jerusalem pilgrimage. Another major event in Thirumeni's life was when he made the Holy Land pilgrimage in 1895 as the fulfillment of a long-cherished dream, to have a deep Christ experience. On his return he published a travelogue under the title Uzlam Yatra Vivaranam, a narrative of the Jerusalem visit. This book, published in 1895, is to be considered as the earliest printed travelogue in Malayalam. This book had its centenary edition in 1996 and translation into English in 2000. Missionary zeal. A major task of Mar Gregorios was to motivate the clergy for effective ministry. With this aim, he formed the Malankara Syrian Clergy Association and took many progressive decisions and made many suggestions for the effective functioning of the priestly ministry. His vision and mission after his Jerusalem journey was social service. To work for the upliftment of socially discriminated, to help eradicate poverty, and preach the gospel to them and have them join our church without being discriminated. 2 disciples ordained by Thirumeni. Thirumeni was a great teacher and guru and had many disciples. Vettisaril Reverend Father Givargis, later, Malankara Metropolitan Givargis Mar Dionysius, was also one among the many disciples of Mar Gregorios who deserve special notice. He ordained and taught many deacons. Notable are 2 deacons who were his disciples who inherited all the noble things from Thirumeni. Deacon Punnus from Kurichi, who later became Catholicos, His Holiness Baselios Givargis II, was the one who made the declaration of Parumala Thirumeni as saint. Deacon Paulos from Kuttikattil family, Ankamali, who became Metropolitan Paulos Mar Athanasius of Ankamali, is entombed in Trikanathu Seminary, Alway. Cemetery of Arthittupalli and starting of schools. The Arthittu church at Kunnamkulam, where Thirumeni stayed for a short time, had a huge cemetery of 4.5 acres with no boundary walls and poor maintenance. This cemetery was made clean and tidy as Thirumeni said that cemeteries where the forefathers were buried were to be maintained and kept neatly. Mar Gregorios believed that the church should engage in educational activity, especially to facilitate primary education and English teaching without discriminating gender, caste or religion. Accordingly, he started schools at Kunnamkulam, Malamthuruthi, Nirnam, Thampamon, Thiruvalla and other places. The Kunnamkulam school, known as Metron School even now, was later handed over to the government. Golden Jubilee of Pulikottal Thirumeni's priestly ordination. The church wanted to honor Pulikottal Mar Dionysius V and celebrate the 50th anniversary of his priesthood at Kottayam in 1901. The climate was very adverse, continuous rain, organizers were uncomfortable. This meeting was conducted successfully, as Parumala Thirumeni, through his divine intuition, proclaimed that climate will be nice on the next day. People believed the climate change was a miracle done by Kochu Thirumeni. We will continue to learn more about Saint Gregorios of Parumala in the next video, part 2 of this lesson. We will learn about Thirumeni's death, his burial, his canonization as saint. We will also learn about the various contributions of Thirumeni. Let us pray for the intercession of this illustrious father of Malankara. Please read the lesson thoroughly in the textbook to learn completely about this great saint. May God bless us all.